Everybody, my name's Ed. It's been a while since I've done a haul video. I've just been busy with work and everyday life and things like that. But today I did go out and get some lunch. I got some Chipotle, got a steak burrito, got got me some beer. What was that old commercial they used to have in the back of the day? How to speak Australian. Bia, bia. Okay, anyway, so here's some of the comics I got. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So a few things I actually kind of wanted to mention. Got the first issue of Midnighter. Haven't read it yet, but I'm really looking forward to reading it. One thing, I'm not going to get in a big soapbox about it or anything like that. I remember seeing in the preview they showed a scene where Midnighter actually like picked some guy up in a bar and took him home or whatever. And we're kind of seeing the aftermath of that or whatever. It's not like it's a big deal. I know it's not explicit or anything like that, but when you talk about like diversity in comics and things like that, both Marvel and DC have had like gay superheroes and things like that. But sometimes they've been kind of, I don't know, maybe wishy-washy as far as actually showing them being gay or whatever. I mean, sure, there was the Midnight Apollo thing back in the Wildstorm days, but I'm thinking of stuff like, you get, you know, um, North Star, they out him back in the 90s, and it took him like what 15, 20 years to even get a boyfriend or whatever. It's not like I need to see characters like proclaim their sexuality in each page or whatever, but it is a good thing to kind of acknowledge it, you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm looking forward to reading that. Wonder Woman annual number 1. I gotta say the kind of Finch interpretation has been, it hasn't been terrible, but it's been kind of mediocre. We'll put it that way. So I'm probably going to drop off after this. At this point, I might pick up the next issue just to see what type of story they might go for. But more or less, I'm going to kind of drop this comic book. Starfire, another character that the new 52 kind of, there was some controversy with the way they were handling the character, but now it's being taken over by Amanda Connor and Jimmy Pallione are going to be taking over the writing, and I think they're going to try to move her in more of a back to a more conventional personality, I guess, So I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to do this. I read some interview where they said, where even if there is going to be a little bit of naughtiness, it'll be more fun naughtiness as opposed to ew naughtiness. So I'm looking forward to this comic. Got Sandman number 5. Looking forward to reading that. Uh, Captain America and the Mighty Avengers. This is the last issue, and I think it's going to morph into Captain Britain and the Mighty Defenders for the Secret Wars tie-in. And then I don't know what's going to happen after that. I think that'll probably be the end of it. Um, I mean, I think we're going to get all new Avengers, and I think that'll probably be the main comic book, and I think this will be discontinued. I like the original incarnation of this comic when it was just Mighty Avengers. I think it had that kind of old school 80s Roger Stern type feel, and I think when they rebranded it with the new Captain America, with Sam Wilson and whatnot, I think the comic kind of hurt the comic. I think it was kind of sidelined by having to tie into like Axis and stuff like that, and the art got really mediocre, so I think that kind of hurt the comic or whatever. But okay, okay, all right. Captain Captain Marvel and the Carol Corps. Looking forward to read this. I just like the character. I like the team. I like Kelly Sue DeConnick. I like David Lopez. So I'm looking forward to reading this. Spider Woman number 8. Just a fun, lighthearted comic book. It's probably, I guess, is pretty much going to take the place of She-Hulk in my, I guess, monthly haul, or a monthly stack or whatever. Just kind of a comic book that's not afraid to be kind of goofy and silly at times. Doesn't forget, not afraid to play around with the fact that it is a comic book, and just fun, lighthearted stuff. Black Hood #4, uh, solid like crime story type stuff. Doesn't shy away from the uglier side of like vigilantism. Doesn't shy away from the fact that the guy is supposed to be a cop, but he's also a big drug addict. So yeah, fun stuff. Got Giant Days #3. Is this? Yeah, #3. Just kind of a cartoony, comic strippy thing about girls in college. Uh, Fight Club 2. Just thought I'd get it for the hell of it. Divinity 4. Really been enjoying Divinity so far. So, Trevor, I'm gonna say his name. Harrison art, and the story, I guess, is by Matt Kent. Um, Valiant's been doing some really interesting things now. I've never been really into the Valiant characters, but I might have to peek into it a little bit more. I really enjoyed the Dr. Mirage thing they did last year, and yeah, just a nice change of pace from the normal Marvel DC stuff. Minimum Wage #2, Bob Fingerman, middle-aged guy trying to get back into the dating world. I can relate. I got Rat God #1 and 2. Seeing Sleepy Reader talk about this and a few other people, and I keep meaning to get it, and I kept forgetting about it. So I finally got around to getting the first 2 issues, and of course it's on the 5th issue, which is I think the last issue. So, you know. And similarly, Death Vigil by Steven Sejic. I don't know how to say his name. It's the same guy that does Sunstone. Um, Reader 1717 was talking about it. I actually have always been curious about this comic, so I finally remembered to pick it up this time. Again, this is issue 1, and my store had issue 1 and they had issue 7, and that was it. I thought that was kind of interesting, but yeah, looking forward to kind of checking it out. And let's see here, and I guess that's pretty much it. I do have another random comic book review that I'll probably upload either tomorrow or the next day, and that's it. Thinking about some other review ideas for his reviews. It's just a matter of whether or not I have enough time to get around to shooting them and stuff like that. Okay, so that's it. I got to thank you very much for listening, and you have a good day.